Welcome back to Videoguys Newsday Tuesdays. My name is Jeanice and we have a very, very, very special guest. We have Tess from PTZOptics and StreamGeeks. Tess, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me, Jeanice. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you on as well. So we're gonna get right into it. So let's talk about StreamGeeks. I know StreamGeeks is pretty much a little bit off your weekly webinar with PTZOptics. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how that came, to play from your other webinar?
Right. Well, we operate two camera brands, HuddleCam and PTZOptics,
Cool.
and we're always talking about the camera functionality and the products that we sell. But we're looking for an opportunity to sort of teach others the power of live streaming and how live streaming can be used to promote your business, organization, or whatever your passion is that you're trying to grow. And so that's kind of where the idea of StreamGeeks came along, to be able to teach people what is really possible with live streaming, and then we help them get the equipment required.
So is that the major difference between PTZOptics' webinar and StreamGeeks, that it's more of like a learning type of show? Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. So what I just pulled up right now, it seems that you teach courses. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Paul has his own, Paul Richards, my host and our manager here for marketing. He has a Udemy course, Central, where he has many different courses teaching different kinds of streaming production software like vMix, Wirecast,
Okay.
OBS. He also has some introductory courses for live streaming in general, as well as some courses specific to different genres like house of worship streaming,
Okay.
or entertainment music streaming and the like.
So for those who don't know what vMix is, can you give us a little background on that?
Yes, vMix is a streaming production software that allows you to add different inputs, cameras, audio, and video to control a live stream.
Cool, very cool. So let's go down this way. So you also did some case studies based around your neighborhood. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we live right here in Westchester, PA, which is an amazing small town filled with, these cute little businesses,
Okay.
mom and pop shops, if you will, that are all looking for ways to grow and get attention, shop small, the whole deal around here. And so we are able to help them out and build some case studies for ourselves to show exactly how live streaming can help organizations and businesses.
And how's that been going? I mean, do a lot of businesses start to live stream around you, or is it something you introduce to them?
It's something that they're just learning. It's certainly
Right.
new as a marketing tactic for
Right.
businesses. So there's just some curiosity that's been growing about it. And
Okay.
they're reaching out to us now asking, how is it possible? What can it do for us? So we pick some of the ones that we think will be great examples to show other businesses,
Nice.
what's possible.
Very nice. So let's talk about a little bit about your equipment again. What stuff are you currently using as far as PTZ equipment for your live streaming?
We use all PTZ cameras, pan tilt zoom cameras, PTZOptics cameras, specifically, of course, as you can guess. And we use them, yes, they're live streaming cameras. We have a variation of different versions that we use, different optical zooms,
Right.
as well as different video outputs.
Okay.
And yeah, then we're using a custom PC by Eastern Shore Broadcasting, Focusrite audio mixer, lots of NDI in our workflow. And we host our own 3 live shows a week right here from our studio, or in-office studio.
How many people do you have in your studio when you're shooting?
3. Well, 4 of the interns in here. We have 1 producer, Michael, and
Okay.
he mans the computer and switching. And then Paul and I are the talent. And we have virtual guests often. But
Nice.
it's just us in the room.
Very nice. We have a 2-man team. Eddie's back there.
There you go.
So also so actually before we get into this, let's talk a little bit about what your favorite show has been for PTZOptics. I was watching the Silent Night one again. That's really good.
Oh my gosh. Paul has gotten me into some really embarrassing things. There's been multiple singing ones. The Iron Man singing one where we were playing with Osseo drivers and changing our voices and everything's we lead by example.
Sure.
So the examples aren't always pretty, but we're just trying to show how to do certain things. So my favorite ones are always the on-site streams when we go out and build case studies and help people in the community.
Yeah.
We just did a skateboarding stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How
with
was that?
Bam Margera and
That's
his
cool.
castle. super fun on-site stream,
Right.
skateboarders coming up, flying up right in front of the camera. I
Right.
love the action.
How many cameras did you use for that one?
For that one, we had 3 cameras. We had 1 static cam and 2 PTZ cams.
I got a better question for you. You ever have an embarrassing show? Somebody fall?
The Silent Night one is definitely up there. I've accidentally mumbled up words and I've said silly things like SHART.
Uh-oh.
I've had some moments like that where things just slip out. We've had sparks fly. I mean, when you have your own live show,
Oh,
it's live.
of
It's
course.
unscripted.
Once
Things
it,
happen.
yeah, once it's live, anything can happen. So I definitely know how that goes. So let's talk about a little bit about StreamGeeks again. It says that you could reserve your StreamGeek seat on the site. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do offer a physical in-studio seat for anybody that wants to be a guest in our studio and watch how we produce our live shows. And then we also offer a virtual live seat, which is access to a camera that isn't used in the live stream that's behind Michael, our producer, that shows exactly what he's doing, how he's operating the cameras and the live show in general. Because we're all about teaching people exactly how we do what we do. So we
Okay.
want to make sure that you get as behind the scenes access as you possibly want. So we do offer that.
So for example, let's just say I knew nothing about cameras, nothing about live streaming. I can go into one of these live streaming events and learn everything I need to know about starting my own live production.
Absolutely.
Very nice. I like that a lot. So let's just forward a little bit. So how far do you plan out your shows? Is it something you do often? Do you have like a marketing calendar? Is it on the fly?
We rely on a giant whiteboard actually that has 2 months in advance calendars.
Nice.
And when we think of ideas or we actually get concrete plans, we jot
Right.
them up on the calendar. But so much of our content is produced based off of audience request. So often we'll be on a live show, chatting it up with our audience, and then they'll give us our next idea. So it could be as early as a week in advance, sometimes 2 days in advance. I always admire when I'm on other people's shows like yours because you guys have like great like testing and stuff. And I'm always like, all right,
Oh,
we
thank
need to
you.
do better testing before the show and everything like that because we're kind of spontaneous.
Sometimes it's better to be spontaneous because you never know what's going to happen if you don't plan.
Sometimes. And sometimes we're like, yeah, we probably should have done this sooner.
Can you give us a little sneak peek of what you guys have coming up in 2019?
Sure. Well, NAB is coming up, and that's
It
kind of the
is.
big to do for us right now. I'm sure we'll be seeing some of the Broadfield and Videoguys and gals there, hopefully. We've got some new products coming out then, which we're really excited to talk about. And we have some extremely big news coming up this Friday on our live show, not to plug it,
Oh,
but some big news that I think you guys are going to like too. So there's a lot
nice.
coming up in 2019, just not a lot we can talk about.
Okay, well, you don't have to tell us anything yet. So let's get into some technical stuff. So let's talk about the cameras. Why don't you start us off with the HDMI PTZ cameras?
Sure, these are our babies. These are actually our USB 3.0 cameras. So now you're going to have a video over USB. We offer them in 12x optical zoom and 20x optical zoom. They have HDMI out. All of our cameras actually have HDMI out. All of our PTZ cameras have HDMI out. If you'd like to capture video over HDMI, that's an option as well.
Who's your biggest consumer as far as the HDMI cameras go?
So these cameras, the USB ones, might be more of an entry-level situation.
Right.
Somebody who is not, running cameras all different directions that might need longer cables and whatnot.
Right.
Somebody who's maybe just getting into live streaming,
Okay.
wanting to dip their toes in the water, or just somebody that's totally used to USB connectivity.
Very nice. So let's
Lots
go.
of churches and
The
things
house
like
of
that.
worship tend to have
Purchasing.
that. Like
Yeah,
they usually
house-
generally use one camera, right? It's kind of just like go in,
Right,
turn
like
the camera on, that type of thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about the SDI cameras a little bit.
The SDI cameras are our most popular, sought after cameras because you can run them such a long distance, I think over 300 feet with SDI.
Okay.
We do offer 12x, 20x, and 30x optical zoom with those cameras. All of the cameras are 1080p up to 60 frames per second
Right.
in terms of video quality. So these are great for streaming and broadcasting cameras.
So like if somebody, why would somebody pick like a 12 zoom over a 30 zoom? Like what would be
It
the
just
major?
depends. It just depends how far away the subject is from
Got
the
it.
camera. and how tight of a shot they would like to achieve with their subject. So, if you're 50 feet away from your subject, you're going to probably want the 30x. If you're 10 feet away from your subject, the 12x might suit you as well.
Very nice, very cool. So we have some of the stuff here on the table for if nobody sees it, but you can see it.
Yes, you got some of our newest products up there.
And we also have the NDI camera right in front of me here.
NDI is very popular right now for people looking to incorporate some more of an IP workflow. Network device interface, I believe, is how they pronounce that. But our cameras are NDI-HX programmable, the NDI-HX versions. All the SDI cameras are also upgradable to NDI-HX if you would like to capture video over your local area network. That's kind of the idea with the NDI-HX cameras.
Right.
You can just have one single cable, an Ethernet cable, plug right into your network switch and grab audio, video from any camera that's on your network.
And these are available also 3 models. We have the 12, the 20, and the 30. Gray or white?
Absolutely. Black and white with all the cameras as well.
All right, let's get a little bit into the Joy Generation 3s. They're right here on the table. So here's the one.
Yeah, the HC Joy that you have there is our Gen 3 serial controller. If you're hoping to daisy chain your cameras, RS-232, you can grab the serial joystick controllers. There's some new additions. I believe we have 6 camera hotkeys on the new one. Quick preset set and call, which is different than we had last time. What else is new on the Gen 3 joysticks? I believe we have focus lock on the new joysticks as well.
Okay.
I'm trying to go through it in my mind. But yeah, these are great for controlling multiple cameras. I think we have, I know there's 6 camera hotkeys, but I believe you can control up to 9 cameras with the H joystick, set over 250 presets, and basically can control your show with them.
Very nice. Let's see. We also have this one right here.
Yes, the PT Joy joystick. We have a Gen 3, a brand new version as well. That's going to be for IP control.
Okay.
So any camera that's on your network, you can plug in and control over IP with the IP joystick as opposed to serial control. And they now have the camera hotkeys, the quick switch keys, which are so popular with the serial joystick. We've added that onto the IP joystick.
Okay.
And you also have OSD menu control over the cameras with the IP joystick, which is a hot request from our customers.
Is it really because of the particular type of joystick?
Well, because normally to change the settings in our camera, color, exposure, iris, all of that, you have to use the IR remote control, which is included with each of the cameras.
Okay.
But now you can use your joystick to control those settings.
We also have another camera that's actually above my head. Can we get a little angle from the top down, Eddie, please? Can you tell us a little bit about your Z-Cam over here?
Yes, we do have a line of static image cameras that do not PTZ. They're a little more budget friendly, but they're a great addition to your PTZ camera family. We have the 12x box cam, which is our newest Z-Cam. We also have a 20x box cam, and we also have a VL cam, a variable lens cam, a camera that the lens can change in and out with a super wide angle lens. The 12x and the 20x box cams, I actually have a 12x right here. They are great for pairing with a corresponding PTZ camera because they have the 12x box cam has the same exact lens as the 12x PTZOptics camera. So they're like a family member. You're going to have the same exact image projecting from both of those cameras. So they pair really nicely together. Lots of people buy a 20x PTZOptics camera and then they buy the 20x box cam. And now you can do that with the 12x PTZ.
So one would just be their still cam and the other one would be their PTZ cam.
Absolutely, yep. And obviously the 12x has 12x optical zoom as opposed to the 20x box cam that we have had previously.
I like it.
There's a lot of words.
So who generally, I mean, if somebody gets like, let's just say, you know, one camera and then like a PTZ camera, that's just like your basic setup for anything live streaming, really. Is that what you consider it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have the producer kit up there as well, and the producer kits are a great start for anybody who's not sure exactly what equipment they need for live streaming, because it's hard to know what type of computer, and I'm not good with computers, so I can't even tell you all the proper information on that, but it's tricky to find a computer that's going to, you know, be capable of live streaming a high quality stream. with something like the PTZOptics producer kits, you can guarantee that you have a computer that can stream up to 4 streaming cameras, healthy, proven to be successful. You're going to have your streaming camera. It's going to come with your capture card. It's going to come with an audio mixer as well as a camera controller or joystick. So that's a great start for anybody looking to buy a package of everything that you need to have a high quality live stream. We have variations of that. You have the one with a single camera.
Right.
You can get up to 4 cameras in those kits, and they range in price, of course.
Now you do have tutorials on your site on how to use these, correct? If they wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what our whole marketing strategy is just offering support, not only with our call center that we do have here in Philadelphia, but also offering digital support with video tutorials,
Okay.
Access on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch at any time to be able to have help and guidance with how to set up these streaming systems.
So I just pulled up another one, the PTZOptics Producer Plus. So tell us a little bit about this one.
Yes. This means you're going to add multiple cameras to your system. You're going to receive the Acacia, which is the silver box you see there, which allows you, it has 4 3G SDI inputs, so you can bring 4 cameras into your PC via Thunderbolt with that unit.
Okay, very cool.
That's also good for Mac users who don't
Oh, see, that's something I
have a
didn't know.
PCIe card in their computer.
Which one is
because
it? Which one is for the Mac? Just so I have a reference here. Which one
Well,
is it
this
for
is for Mac or PC, but I was just saying the Acacia unit
Okay, got it.
is a good option
Got
for
it.
Mac users who can't put a PCIe card in their computer because there's just not enough space in there.
Interesting. All right.
Lots of event streamers
Oh, is
and
that what they
people
use it
like
for?
that
Okay,
are purchasing these units as well.
awesome. I'm just looking here. So is there anything else you could recommend to, say, somebody who didn't know how to live stream? Like, what would be their first steps for getting their kit together?
Well, I would follow StreamGeeks. That's a great place to start and just learn about how people are using live streaming and what to do, and then get in contact with us because we recommend products
Right.
like streaming cameras, helpful computers that's going
Okay.
to allow you to live stream. And we will get you in contact with a reseller that would be able,
Okay.
you'd be able to purchase those products there.
Awesome. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you today, Tess. So I want to thank you very much for taking your time out to come hang out with us here and stream over here at Videoguys. Is there anything else that's coming up that you want to promote before we end the show?
Let's see. Make sure that you're just following StreamGeeks and PTZOptics to stay up to date with the latest in live streaming and
Awesome.
everything we are coming up. It's going to be an exciting 2019, especially after NAB.
Definitely. So I'll see you at NAB in, what is it, 2 months? Is it something like that?
Yeah, something
2
like
months.
that.
So, awesome, Tess. Well, thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks for having me, Jeanice.
You got it. Talk to you later. So let's get into what we have going on in the next few shows. February 12th, we have Bird Dog. So find out what's new with Bird Dog on February 12th. February 19th, we have Lewis from LiveView, and February 26th, we're going to be talking about the Avid bundles. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. And don't forget to watch our live webinar every Tuesday, Videoguys Live Newsday Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. I'll see you soon.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.